Family Guy is an animated series created by Seth MacFarlane that first aired in January of 1999 on Fox. Since the show's premiere, it has become a phenomenon, and many episodes of Family Guy have been played on just about every TV screen in the world. The groundbreaking comedy writing made for some of the most memorable scenes of our generation, a perfect mix of characters. From Peter Griffin all the way to Quagmire, they all add to the story. And everyone has their moments, whether it was the early days of Stewie plotting on how to take down Lois, or Peter hanging out with the guys at the Drunken Clam. Many elements of this show got the attention of viewers everywhere. Family Guy is still running to this day, and although I don't watch the new episodes, one thing has kept me coming back to do some research about the series. When I first started my channel in 2019 and started covering lost media, the Family Guy pilot piqued my interest, so I made a video about it. 2 years after uploading, the video started to get a lot of traction, and is currently my most viewed video on my channel. I do think my video made a lot of people aware of the pilot, but it didn't generate enough interest for someone to find it. Recently, more videos about Family Guy lost media have been made, one by Seeker of the Lost, and one by Kobe Sucks. Both videos are fantastic coverage of Family Guy lost media, and have a lot of views, with Seeker's video exceeding 100,000. I believe these videos were the final nudge needed to get the lost media community on the hunt for this pilot. For years, all we could see of the pilot was the first 7 minutes, but on March 20th of 2025, Lost Media Wiki user Ghost the Dead Girl found the full Family Guy pilot episode on Robert Paulson's website. Rob did compositing in digital ink and paint for the pilot. What's even more crazy is that it looks like this episode has been hiding in plain sight since September of 2022. Now that we can watch this pilot in full, let's analyze it one last time and see what we've been missing out on for all these years. Even though we covered some key points and funny scenes from the first half of the pilot back in 2019, it's been a while since then. So to refresh our memories, let's go through the entire episode. The pilot has a total runtime of 16 minutes. The first thing we notice is the Griffin house is more of a peach color instead of the traditional yellow that we're used to. With the first scene transition of the episode, we notice that Lois, Stewie, Meg, and partially Chris have different looks. Starting with Lois, she has different colored hair, a much brighter orange than what we're used to, and she's wearing a pink shirt with blue jeans. A lot different than her usual business casual look. Next is Meg and Stewie. They do have the same outfits on, except Meg has a blue hat and a white shirt, while Stewie is sporting green and purple overalls. Chris looks very similar to his final look, but he is wearing ripped jean shorts instead of his black pants, and he is not voiced by Seth Green in this episode.
Remember when Dad got drunk off the communion wine at church? Thou shalt get drunk, yeah!
I always really liked this colorful title card used in the pilot. During a scene revolving around a thermostat joke,
Mom, it's kind of cold in here.
No, don't touch the thermostat, Meg. Your father gets upset.
Oh, come on, this thing goes up to 90.
Put down your thermostat.
Man, how does he always know?
Brain implant, Meg. Every father's got one. Tells you when the children are messing with the dial.
Cleveland pops into the doorway of the kitchen and sounds completely different.
Hey, Peter, my thing went off. Your thermostat okay?
Yeah, it's all right.
Hey, is my kid over here? Forget it. False alarm.
Something to note about Cleveland's appearance in the pilot is that when he shows up at first, he is wearing his trademark outfit, but later when he parties with the guys, he's seen wearing a blue shirt instead. When Peter shows up to the party, he is greeted by none other than Glenn Quagmire. Same voice, totally different look.
Hey, who wants to play Drink the Beer?
Right here.
You win.
All right, what do I win?
Another beer.
Oh, I'm going for the high score.
Apart from this amazing one-liner,
Well, actually, Charlie's got the high score.
Hey, man, your clock won't flush.
the majority of the dialogue in this party scene is between Peter and Quagmire.
A gift from France.
What is this? Man, Chris must have taped over this for his history class.
The Statue of Liberty? Oh, what are we gonna do?
Boys,
We're gonna drink till she's hot.
Hey, that's just crazy enough to work.
The next day at Peter's job, Happy-Go-Lucky Toys Inc., we get our first Mr. Weed appearance.
Are you coming, Johnson?
He sounds way different and is still wearing a suit.
Peter, it's your job to watch for any toy products that might be harmful to children. Now look sharp.
Yes, sir.
Peter has a bad hangover at work, so of course he falls to sleep shortly after clocking in. Next, we see the news reporters.
And now, back to Channel 6 News. Our top story tonight, when toys attack.
They are the same people, but who we know as Tom Tucker is named Mike in the pilot.
Quite a situation we've got here, Mike.
Quite a situation we've got here, Mike. Indeed, Diane.
And is wearing a brown suit instead of the usual corporate blue. Mr. Weed isn't happy with Peter's work, so he fires him that day.
His reputation. You're fired.
Geez, for how long?
I don't believe it, Peter. You got fired?
Way to go, Dad. Fight the machine.
How do you know about the machine?
Peter, you know this is all because you drank at the stag party.
I know. Lois, honey, you were right. Alcohol is trouble. Now, I feel kind of guilty I ever gave Chris his first taste of beer. Yeah, but you turned out okay, didn't you, pal?
I'm gonna go get wasted.
Okay, look both ways.
Peter, what are you going to do about a job? You'll have to find something soon. Now, why don't you... What on earth was that?
What the deuce are you staring at? It's tuna fish. And nothing else.
This sucks, Chris. I gotta find a way to get money.
These next few jokes about Peter's jobs are hilarious.
I've been through 2 jobs this week. I got fired off of that commercial.
Try it again.
I'm caca for Cuckoo Puffs.
No, damn it, take 26.
Then I had that job as the sneeze guard for the salad bar at that restaurant. Take it outside, lady.
The original video that only contained half of the pilot cuts to this screen right after these hilarious jokes. Now, we can finally watch the Family Guy pilot episode in full. Let's continue.
Hey, Dad, you ever think of welfare? That's like free money, you know.
Chris, that's it. I'll go on welfare.
After Chris suggests to go on welfare, Peter visits the office. Soon after, he gets a check for $150, but after a closer inspection, it's a check for $150,000. Peter starts living it up and tries to keep Lois off of his back as long as he can, because she knows this has to be a mistake. Peter starts spending the money any way he can, buying extravagant things that he doesn't need.
Yeah, I'd like 6,000 chicken fajitas, please.
I beg your pardon?
6,000 chicken fajitas with sauce.
And a sausage McMuffin, please.
This carries on until Lois gets tired of it and tells Peter to give the taxpayers their money back. Peter comes up with a bright idea for him and Brian to get a hot air balloon and drop out all of the money while they're riding in it. It is really cool to finally watch this scene, because now we can make sense of this screenshot that has been floating around online for all of these years. The police see them up in the air and aren't too happy about this.
And what are the police gonna do to us all the way up here?
Hey, looks like we're getting some rain, Sarge.
Yeah. Hey, wait a second. This is no ordinary rain. This is some kind of crazy money rain.
Sarge, look!
My God! That man and his dog are just throwing cash over the side of that balloon as if cash grew on trees. But why? Unless he's trying to make amends for spending $150,000 a week in misappropriated welfare funds. Marty?
It all checks out, Sarge.
Peter and Brian get arrested, and Lois visits the courtroom to try to save her husband. During a laugh-out-loud segment between Peter and the judge, Stewie uses his ray gun to convince the judge that Peter has learned his lesson, and to get him his job back. The final scene shows the Griffin family back at home on the couch. You can really notice Chris's ripped jeans here.
Honey, I knew everything would turn out okay.
Thank heaven. I hope this has taught you that nothing worthwhile comes easy, Peter.
Oh, no.
What are you gonna do till you start working again, Dad?
Oh, I got a way to get money.
Not another welfare scam.
No. Minority scholarship.
And that's it. Wow. That was a perfect pilot. If someone passed on this show after watching this, that would have been the question mark of the century for animation. I guess for now, that title can stay with Long Hair and Double Dome. Anyway, seeing Stewie, before they messed with his character too much, was satisfying to watch. This pilot episode is the golden days of Adult Swim personified, so I definitely see why they picked this show up later on. It was a perfect fit. I'm so glad that we can finally watch this masterpiece in its entirety. I would like to know, is there any of the character designs from the pilot that you like better than the final version? Also, let me know in the comments which pilot episode I should cover next. Have a great day, everyone, and until next time, stay up late productions.